On the moonlight night of January 5, 1934, local man Arthur Grant was motorcycling back to his home from Inverness. He was about 6 miles from his home near the site of the modern Clansman Hotel when at about 1:30 a.m. he observed a huge object on the road 40 yards in front of him. He was almost on it when it turned what he thought was a small head on a long neck, and the creature, apparently taking fright, made 2 great bounds across the road and plunged into the loch. It had a long neck with an eel-like head and a large oval-shaped eyes just on the top of the small head. The body was very hefty, and he saw 2 front flippers which seemed to be webbed behind. And there was a tail which he estimated to be from 5 to 6 feet long. The tail was rounded off. The total length of the animal was from 15 to 20 feet. Are you a believer? Hello friends and folks, welcome to another episode of the Creative Middlescent. When you happen to visit Scotland, there's one place you have to visit. Have you heard about the Loch Ness monster? Is it real? A folklore? Today, we're taking you to Loch Ness, home of the Loch Ness monster known as Nessie. This creature gained worldwide attention since 1933. The loch is the second largest freshwater loch in the Scottish Highlands, extending up to 23 miles. But by volume, Loch Ness is the largest body of fresh water in the British Isles due to its depth. The first popular story about Nessie was in 1933. Aldi McKay and her husband were driving on the A82 when an enormous creature with the body of a whale was rolling in the water in the loch. The story got published in Inverness Courier. This was followed by another story from another couple, George Spicer and his wife, while they were driving their car. They saw a creature crossing the road in front of them about 4 feet high and 25 feet long, with a long, wavy, narrow neck, but with no limbs. There were so many sightings that followed, but all evidences are anecdotal. Then, in 1934, a gynecologist from London by the name of Robert Kenneth Wilson presented a photo of Nessie and published in the Daily Mail. This was known as the surgeon's photograph. That photo was considered evidence for 60 years, but in 1994, it was described as fake by experts. In 1954, a sonar reading was used by the boat Rival 3, and it recorded a large object keeping pace with the boat at a depth of 479 feet. It was detected for 800 meters. Then the contact was lost. There are varied sightings, investigations, expeditions, and descriptions of Nessie. The most recent was the Apple Maps photograph of 2014. A satellite image on Apple Maps showed what appeared to be a large creature just below the surface of Loch Ness. It appeared to be 30 meters long. The water visibility of Loch Ness is very low or very murky. This is due to its high peat content in the surrounding soil, making it look more mysterious. There are 9 villages surrounding the loch, with a village of Drumnadocrit, I don't know if that's pronounced that way, housing the Loch Ness Centre and exhibition. Boat cruises such as the one we got operate from various locations on the loch shore, giving everyone the chance to look for the monster. Are you up for the challenge? The scientific community has never confirmed the existence of the Loch Ness Monster or Nessie. But then again, not everything in this world has an explanation. This is the Urquhart Castle, built both as a fortress and a residence. Romantics say that Nessie lives in a cave beneath the castle. The Urquhart Castle Visitor Center has exhibits that illustrate the story of Urquhart and Nessie. Do you like this segment? Then please give us a like by clicking on that like button below.